Hi, everybody. I'm Erika for those of you who don't know me. I wanted to stop in today and talk a little bit about something self esteem. Self esteem is definitely tremendously important in your life. This is something I suffered with for many, many, many years. I was teased to no end, when I say very badly, when I was in junior high and high school, to the point it affected me so much in a negative way that I stopped going to school. I would skip school weeks at a time, and my mother had no idea until she received a call from the school or on my report card said I had been out for weeks. She had no clue and still did not know the real reason why I skipped school was because I was teased. I don't think I told her until I was like out of school, like in my mid 20s. I explained why. But that made me extremely sensitive to, anything that was said by anybody, whether they, were trying to hurt my feelings or not. It made me look at myself in a different way, that I wasn't good enough, wasn't pretty enough, any of that stuff. So that's why I say it's very, very, very important that you build your self esteem. Um, and as you get older, and this is the point I'm going to drive home, as you get older, you change. Your body changes. Your body starts to take turns that you don't want them to take and you're not particularly fond of. You know what I mean? Things start to change within your health, within your physical being, all of that. And you have to love your way through that, meaning you have to love every change that happens to you, that you have to, you got to stick with it. You got to look at that change and say, okay, you know what I mean, this is something different. I just have to approach my physicality a little different. But you got to love your way through it, and that's very, very, very important. If not, you'll find yourself falling into an abyss of depression, and you'll start to hide away, and you don't want to be bothered. It'll leave you in a very, very, very um, painful state. I don't want to say painful, but it'll leave you in a space where you'll just always be depressed, sad, or whatever have you. It's just not a good place to be. And as your body changes, especially as a woman, it's hard for us to kind of deal with that. I mean, I can only speak for myself, can't speak for every woman. But when your physical being starts to change and you have to kind of adapt to that and love your way through it, it can be difficult. It really can be difficult. Because I've struggled with that, and sometimes I still do. When something changes, I'm like, really? And I go into a state of like, okay, let me go and lay down and see how I'm gonna handle this, and just and just figure out what's going to happen, what I need to change, what I need to do. And I have to work my way through that. I have to consistently pull my way through that. And the way that I do is I listen to positive music. You know what I mean? I also pray. Don't get it wrong. I pray first. And I listen to positive music, positive messages that inspire me. And I always ask myself one important question, which I think is very important, that'll help you through it. The change that I went through physically, physically went through, does that change who I am as a person? And if that answer is no, it'll be a lot easier for you to pull through it, continue to love yourself no matter what happens to your physical being at all. Because when you think about it, that is not what carries you through your life. Your physical being doesn't carry you through your life. Your character carries you through your life. So I just wanted to stop by and give that message, that your self-esteem is very important, and it's a continuous thing. You must always feed yourself with positivity. You must always tell yourself that you love who you are, for who you are, not for what you look like all the time. And like I said, physicality is important to a certain degree, but at the same time, it doesn't last. It really doesn't last. You're getting older. Your features sometimes may change. Certain things about you may change, and that's something you definitely don't want to have as your total focus. Do the very best that you can at taking care of yourself. Do the best that you can. You eat right. You know what I mean? Get your little exercise in. Nobody said you gotta be walking around here super thin. When I say a little bit of exercise, take a walk. Get your heartbeat up. You know what I mean? Get your heart rate up so that blood can circulate through your body. You know what I mean? Make sure you get your rest. Make sure you take steps to feed your mental. Feed your emotional. Listen to those positive messages. Do affirmations. I am smart, I am wise, I am whatever. But you must constantly build your self-esteem. That is very, very, very important. And as a woman, as your body changes, it is going to be tough sometimes. It's going to be tough. And like I said, I battle with it sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time, but I do battle with it when certain things change on my physical being. And I just have to stop myself and ask that question and say, does this change who you are as a person? If it does not change who you are as a person, then you're going to need to get over it. You're going to need to get over it because there's so many more wonderful things about you that far outweigh the one little small change that happened that you had no control over. So I just definitely wanted to stop by and, just share, what was on my heart, what was on my mind with you, and just to let you know, it's all right. It is all right to have those moments where, you're just like, okay, really? Something else is going on? You know what I mean? But don't let that affect your mindset about who you are as a person. Your character is much more important. So continue to feed yourself positivity and build your self-esteem on a daily basis. All right, have a great, great, great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.